Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to the Sam Livecast. Thank you for being here. Thank you for telling your friends about us. Boys, Max, Lynn, everybody good back there?
What's up, everybody?
Perfect.
How
Tell
you
your
doing,
family,
Master Chef?
tell your friends, tell your coworkers.
Tell your coworkers.
Man, I'm hungry today.
Don't talk. Well, it's a good thing that you're
I
here
am
then,
so
isn't
hungry
it?
today.
Look, there are Livecast days that we love. We love all our Livecast days, right?
Yes.
Once a year, there's a very special Livecast day, and that's what today is. Because today we have our most popular guest. Am I right?
Yeah.
I'm on
I
it.
would say
Chicken Charlie. Charlie Bogosian, right here in the flesh, sitting across from me.
I'm honored.
Right here.
I love it. Thank you so
man.
much for
Thank
having
you.
me. That's
so,
awesome.
if you need introduction to somebody, and I don't know why you would, just know that Chicken Charlie is the most popular, the most famous, the most well-known fair food guy anywhere in the United States. There is no question about that.
I love it.
Am I right?
I don't know. All I know is I keep frying it and they keep wanting it. So,
You're the king of the fried foods, right?
yeah, I am the king of the fried food. Yeah, I will fry your wedding cake if I have to.
Hey, wait, that's a good question. What's the biggest thing you've ever fried?
The biggest thing was probably this guy's shoe.
You did not.
It was a tall guy. He was like 6 foot something. It was like a 12 or 13. I fried the whole thing.
Okay, wait. What's the biggest thing you fried that you could eat?
I did fry that you could eat. Well, they did eat it. They did eat it. Him and a customer took a bite out of it. But in the real food world, I did fry a wedding cake once, and it was 3 layers, and it was very heavy, and we had to put all the support to make sure it doesn't crush on each other and come tumbling on each other. Yeah, so I did fry probably a wedding cake, a 3-layered wedding cake.
Okay, so look, just so people, look, this is episode what, boys?
289.
289. Your first time here was episode 11.
Nice.
Episode 11.
I love that.
That was a bunch of episodes ago.
That's awesome.
Wait, somebody do the math. 289 minus 11 is 278 episodes ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm honored, and I'm so happy for you. 300 episodes later. Look at us.
Look at us, right? But it's your
this is
third.
great.
It's your third time back. So for people that don't know, in a nutshell, you were born in Syria.
I was born in Syria, Damascus, Syria. Oldest continuous city, they say.
Really?
Oldest continuous city in the world.
What continuous means what?
Continuous means the Romans didn't get a chance to destroy it. They destroyed everything else.
Oh,
But
no
not Damascus.
kidding.
And if they did, since then, it's still moving on.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Born in Syria. You're an Armenian.
I did show up to class with a buzz a couple times in my history classes in college, but that's what I was told. So
A fried food buzz? Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was frying Jack or something.
You're a Syrian-born Armenian.
Armenian, yeah. My family is Catholic Armenians, and we were part of the March to Damascus, the 1917 Holocaust, when the Turks decided to wipe out Armenians. And a lot of Armenians, of course, they went everywhere.
Yeah.
And a big chunk of them walked from Mardin, which is like Turkey/Armenia, all the way down to Damascus. And a lot of them settled there. My family was part of that. My great-grandparents, my grandparents, and my parents, who my father was born in 1932. He wasn't born then, but we all were, my father, my mother, and all of us children, we were all born and raised in Damascus because that's where they settled.
Okay. So you leave Syria, you end up in the United States, right?
Yeah. My father's dream was, well, because we're Christians, let's talk religion. Okay.
Go ahead.
Syria is 90+% Muslim.
I would have guessed.
There's about 2-3% Jewish and 2-3% Christian. And my father, my father's just wanted us to grow up in a Christian country. Some of the other family members wanted the same thing. Some of them went to France. Some of them went to Brazil. My father happened to be one of the ones that came to America.
Good.
Thank God. And all of us kids grew up in America.
Okay, so you end up in America. I know you're on the East Coast. You work your way this way with the family.
Like all immigrants, we moved to New York.
Right.
You go to New York. That's your first step. You welcome America, Statue of Liberty.
It's the closest, and it seems like the place where people would come from in other countries.
And about a month later, we went to Boston. We're there 3 years, and it was too cold because Syria has a climate really close to Southern California. So we ended up in Southern California. We
You don't
lived
have to
there 30
explain
years.
that it's cold because it's different than Syria. It's just fucking cold.
It's
man.
just cold. That's
It's just
right. That's
cold.
right. Boston,
Right.
1980, when I first went there, it was a record year. They said, if you look it up, it was the coldest year in 50 years, they said, that year. And I thought I went from
I don't wanna
Syria
be-
to a freezer.
Like, I don't wanna
I
be-
thought my dad was nuts.
I don't want to be anywhere where the coldest records of all time
Yeah,
are recorded,
I
right?
know.
Okay, so you end up here. You go to school. You're taking criminal justice.
I studied. I loved police. I love police. I wanted to be a police. I wanted to be in the FBI later as I grew older.
Yeah.
And I was studying criminal justice. I got 2 degrees in criminal justice, and
Yeah.
I was going to be a cop.
the obvious,
And-
the obvious background for a fried
For a
food
cook,
king,
yeah.
right.
And while I was making my money as I was working at the fair for a guy selling charbroiled corn and baked potatoes. While I was doing that in the summer, making some extra money to get by college, when I graduated, I thought, we're on our way to being a cop. You know, it's my dream, my childhood dream. And then this woman walks up to me and says, buy my chicken stand, my trailer. And I said, yes, I bought it. And 17 years later, now here we are. So I worked in the fair business for 12 summers while I went to school. And now I've been as Chicken Charlie. I've been an owner for 17 years. This is my 30th summer in the fair industry altogether.
Wow.
All right, my friend. So here's the thing. You
Nice.
start. It's amazing, right?
It's crazy.
I mean, it's amazing that the beginnings, the immigrant status, the criminal justice thing. You don't know. Here's the thing about life. You don't know where it's going to take you.
Yeah.
And I tell people this all the time. You don't know where it's going to take you. Therefore, you have to be open. You have to
Right.
be ready to accept something when it's looking you in the eye.
Yeah, God's made us amazing the way He built us.
Right.
We can go this way or that way at any given time.
I heard there was a study done a bunch of years ago, and they took 2 groups of people. One group that considered themselves lucky. People that would go around saying, I'm a lucky person, right? Another group that considered themselves unlucky. And they did the same thing with both groups. They had them walk a 4-block little track in a downtown of a city. And along this 4-block area, they hid $5 bills in exactly the same spots all the way. So they it was like 20 people in the lucky group and 20 in the unlucky
Nice.
group. They send them down one at a time. 63% of the group that considered themselves lucky found $5 bills. 33% of the group that considered themselves unlucky found bills. And it's not that one was lucky or
No,
unlucky.
it just tells us how amazing the mind is.
And someone
really
you're
mess you up.
you're open and you're looking, but that's it. You know, when an opportunity comes to you in life, there are people that will recognize that for what it is and say, a chicken stand at a fair.
Yeah.
I could do something bigger than just this with this.
Yeah.
Or there's people that would look at the same opportunity that the woman offered
Yeah.
you and say, a chicken stand? I want to be a chicken guy at a fair, one little season a year, forget it, I'm out.
Yeah.
And that is, my friend,
See-
that is not what's gone on with you.
No, well, see, the lady, she had this little trailer, and she was doing about 10 months. We call it a route, and basically it was from like San Diego all the way to Washington,
Right.
Up and down the coast.
Right.
And she did like 18 fairs and festivals in about a 10 months period.
Yeah.
And she was making a couple $100,000 in gross sales.
Yes.
So if you were lucky, you cleared 15%
Yeah. I was
of
going to
that.
say, exactly, yeah.
So it wasn't a lot of money.
No.
But see, I had a love for cooking. And every time I cook, I learned how to cook for my mother. And every time I would cook and people would eat the food, I would feel the warmth, you know. And so I thought, I want to do this. And I think that's what sold it. It wasn't the money. It wasn't the fairs. It wasn't anything else. It was just when I cooked, people ate. I saw their reaction. And I said, I want to do this.
I need to step in for a second and say, you know, people will hear you talk about the warmth that you get from seeing people enjoy your food. That is not bullshit at all, not 0.1%. You love people like more than I think anybody that I know.
Well, I appreciate. I mean, I love people.
Look,
I love to feed people. I love people. I'm
Look,
a people's person.
We were there, so we were at the fair last night. We
Yes,
always
we
come.
had a great time. You
we
came
always
over with
come
your
to
family.
you first. We got
Yeah.
6 of us come. Me, Kelly, my nephew's girlfriend, and another couple. We come. We hang out with you, right?
I
Every
loved
year.
it. I love seeing you guys. It was awesome.
And we stand there, and I don't know, we were there with you for what, an hour and a half or something?
We were for an hour and a half, yeah.
Hour and a
we were
half.
hanging out, yeah.
But 1,000 people come by, and you're hugging, you're kissing, you're nice to everybody. Everybody knows you. It's like you're the king of the fair.
Well, I feel like the king of the fair.
And you should.
I don't
And
know
you
if I
should.
am or not, but I feel like the king of the fair. I mean, that's, I'm so blessed for having the opportunity to do what I do, and I enjoy it so much. So I like to be out. See, I'm very blessed. I have a brother who does a lot of the hands-on stuff. He's my business partner.
Yeah, you
That's
do.
Tony.
Yeah, you do. You don't have to tell me that.
And I have another brother from another mother. His name is Gerald. So Gerald and Tony.
Wait, check this out first. Okay. It's not a great picture because it was dark when I took it last night, but look at
Oh,
that.
that's
There it is.
Tony
Okay.
and Gerald behind
Whoa,
him.
just
Yeah.
wait. I wanted to point this out. I took pictures of these guys because you're always here. You get the glory. You
Yeah.
are Chicken Charlie.
Yeah, they're doing the
But
hard
these
stuff.
guys
Yeah.
are doing the heavy lifting behind the scenes.
Yes.
And as nice as you are, I think that kid right there, Tony, he might actually be nicer than you.
He's awesome.
He's amazing.
He's my world.
And wait, okay, so he's your world right there, right?
Yeah.
And go back to that shot for a second. And the other most important person in your life
Yeah.
is Gerald right there.
Well, Gerald, look at that picture.
Look at that shot.
Look at that. No one can cook a kebab like this guy.
No,
I don't care if you're Greek, Italian, Jewish, Arab.
I don't know what his
this
mix,
guy,
what that kid's mix is.
Well, he's German. He's German. He's a German Irish.
German.
What's that? Yeah, he was born in Germany because they're American citizens, but the father was in Germany serving when he was born.
Do you remember that line?
Military.
Do you remember that line? Are you a fan of The Godfather?
Oh, I love The Godfather.
When
yeah.
Tom Hagen goes to see the Waltz, the movie producer, and Waltz is getting angry and he goes, "Listen to me,
Yeah.
you what my Irish Mick friend."
Yeah.
Right, that's Gerald.
That's Gerald.
That's Gerald, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm very, very blessed. I mean, I have a lot of great people in my life, but see, these guys are doing the nitty gritty of it while I'm out. Like you said, I love to be out. I'm
You're
creating,
the face. You're the name.
Yeah, I'm creating the menu. I'm dealing with a lot of the, the media stuff, but my favorite part, and I'm doing a lot of the ordering and all that. I do a lot of other stuff in the business, but my favorite part is I actually go out in the front where all my customers are.
That's where they are.
And I talk to them. Yeah, that's my favorite part.
You do an amazing job. Let me ask you this. Tell me what it was that put you on the map. Tell me the first thing that you did that people went, holy shit.
Well,
what?
without a doubt, Jesus, God, that's first. But when you get into the, the logistics of it, I think it was the deep fried Oreos. I invented the deep fried Oreos because my menu was plain. When I bought the trailer from this woman,
chicken.
It was chicken. It was very good chicken. Chicken strips,
by the
chicken
way,
nuggets.
I said this last night. One of the things you brought out last night, well, you brought out your fried chicken, and you brought out the little whole rotisserie chicken.
Rotisserie chicken.
I ate that. I ate the fried chicken. And I turned to the guys that I was with, and I went like this. Holy shit. He is truly Chicken Charlie. That was some of the best chicken I've ever had. I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass right now, man.
I love it.
I'm not
that you're
blowing
saying
smoke
that.
because you're sitting right here.
No, I'm so proud of that chicken. It's
was
awesome.
effing amazing.
Yeah. I eat it every day. My wife eats it every day. My wife was pregnant with Abby for 9 months. She survived on it. She ate it every day. She's pregnant again now.
Dawn had Abby here last year.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? She was little and cute.
She stayed in the car seat.
Wait, how old was she?
She's a year and a half now.
Yeah.
Last
So
year she
like-
was 7 months.
Months, right. And now you're pregnant with number dose, right?
Number 2.
Do you know what you're having?
Not yet.
Doctor-wise, no, but it's a boy.
Don't find it.
Oh, there we go.
Wow.
Look at that.
Do you want to find out?
Oh, I'm like a planner to the T.
Oh,
like it,
yeah.
I have
Do you
to
wanna
know.
find out?
Yeah, why not?
I don't want.
But we have
We
his
have this
mom and dad.
technology, why
That
not?
Let
they're
it be a
older.
surprise.
They need to know.
They don't need to know.
Oh, he's the first male. His dad's the first
What
male.
did you do? Did
It's
you
a
guys
long
let
line.
it be a surprise?
So 3 kids.
Yeah.
So the first one, Max, that's sitting in there. Let's look at you. That was a surprise.
Oh,
We
it was
didn't
a
know what we were
surprise.
having. After that, I didn't want to know, but Kelly always wanted to know.
Yeah.
So in the one of the early ultrasounds with Jordan, our second child, Kelly said, "I want to know." And the doctor goes, "All right." So he's doing, the thing on the stomach with the goo,
Sure.
whatever that gel is, right? And he goes like, here's all he says. He goes, "Well, I don't see a penis." I didn't say another word, but the entire rest of that pregnancy, I went saying, "I'm having a girl." I'm finally getting a girl. I wanted a girl all the way through.
Sure.
I come from all boys. All my brothers had boys. I had one boy. Bring on a girl. Of course, the second he's born with a penis, the doctor was wrong. You don't care. It doesn't matter. And then the third one, she found out and it was a boy too. So I said,
That's awesome.
Right. Okay.
That's
so
awesome.
deep fried Oreos, you decide to do one day.
Yeah, because the menu was plain, and really how it happened was I was at McDonald's one day, and I love, fast food because our life is fast.
Yeah.
And we eat there a lot, so different places. So like most people.
Should you eat there a lot?
I don't know. I mean, you know what?
Did you hear that? I got a
What'd she
very
say?
firm no over
I
there.
was like, how about now?
Well, let me tell you this: when you're working hard and fast, sometimes
I understand.
Sometimes you have to.
I get that. I completely
Yeah.
get that.
Now-
And the
Oh,
bigger
when you close at 12, there's not a whole lot open.
That's it.
either.
And the bigger problem is that, and I know how hard you work. You get up early, you
Yeah.
go to bed super late.
Yeah.
And people don't know this about you, but for the 4 weeks that the San Diego Fair is here, you don't live at home.
No, we actually live at the fair.
You live at the fair.
We can't waste.
Which
like, I live
is
in
not what everybody does.
Yeah, no. We live. I live in Hamul, and that's like 40 minutes away.
Right.
And that would be over an hour and a half if I was to go home every day. I don't have that hour and a half.
That's valuable time.
It's valuable time. Yeah, I'm averaging 18 hours a day.
Yeah.
Of
By the way,
work,
for
so-
anybody that thinks it's easy what he's doing, it's not easy. I
Well-
mean, it's a little easier now that
Yeah.
you're 17 years in and you've got 1,000 people. I mean, how many people?
Working for us.
Yeah.
We have 113 right now.
113. Okay.
Yeah, we have 113. We're very blessed. I mean, we're doing really well. But it goes back to the fried Oreo.
Yeah.
So, the menu was plain. I invented a deep fried Oreo, and I'll never forget this reporter comes over and wanted to interview me. And they said, "Oh, so Charlie, you did the deep fried Oreos. What's next?" And I thought, son of a gun, they want more. Because at first I thought, well, I had a problem. The menu was plain,
Yes.
and I fixed it with adding this.
And how well did those Oreos sell
And
right off the bat?
amazing. I mean, we sold. I mean, they're
Had
delicious.
anybody done anything like that before?
No, the Twinkie. The year before, I had seen someone fry the Twinkie.
Yeah.
But I ate the Twinkie, but I didn't like it because they had used a wet batter. And you know how sometimes when you eat shrimp or some other items like
Yeah.
that, and it's all batter.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
there's
yeah,
Nothing
it's
inside.
terrible.
Well, that's how they did the Twinkie.
Got it.
Well, I remember my mom. She taught me how to fry eggplants, and we used like egg wash and flour so that it's thin. So I did that to the Twinkie with a sweet flour, and it was amazing. It was delicious.
You told us the first time you were here, you were frying eggplants at 9 years old.
Yeah, I learned my first thing to fry wasn't eggs, believe it or not, like most people. It was eggplants.
I mean, how many kids
You had
at
your
9?
aunt do that for you.
Yeah.
His mom wouldn't give him any more eggs because he'd ask for like a dozen a day. So he went to his aunt's house, and his mom called the aunt and said, "Don't give him any more eggs. He's already had enough." So she told him, "I have no more eggs." He went to the store, bought her some, and took it back to
I
her.
was 7 years old. Yeah, my
Dude.
Yeah,
Talking
my
about
mom
which
tells
comes
my
first,
aunt,
the chicken or
"Don't
the
give
egg?"
him any more eggs." I'm like, "Oh, you don't have eggs?" So I went and bought some, came back with
Do you
eggs.
still
raw
love eggs?
Oh, I love eggs.
What's
Yeah,
your
my
favorite-
wife
favorite
knows
way?
If I was to die and take only one food item with me,
That'd be it?
it'd be eggs. Yeah,
And what's your favorite way to have them?
fried, absolutely fried. I love eggs anyway, but fried.
Sunny
And
side or
runny.
over easy?
Over easy.
Over easy. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I like.
He always confuses the two.
Yeah,
Yeah,
over
yeah.
easy.
Look at Lucky hanging out behind Don.
Hi.
Yeah, you guys are friends. He thinks he's a cat, honestly.
I love it.
The way that little guy scopes around up there,
What's
it's kind
funny
of
is if I
amazing.
wanted to hang out.
He's trying to go under.
You know,
the
just
mic.
lift that up. Lift that up, Don, for a sec. Let him go under. There you go.
you go.
There you go. You're good now.
That's awesome.
Okay, it's good. All right, so you do
Yeah.
the deep fried Oreo. The guy goes, "What are you going to do next?"
Yeah,
and
he said, "What are you going to do next?"
You
And it
shit
opened
your
up a
pants.
whole light. It was
And
like a light come on, I'm
and
like,
so,
they want more.
What'd you say?
Well, I, to be honest with you, I don't remember. Nothing exciting here. I mean, I don't remember exactly what I said, but.
But what was next?
I probably said something like deep fried meatballs
Yeah.
or something. Who knows? I said something weird. But the thing is, when I left that day, I thought, don't stop what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing.
By the
because
way,
they
once
want
again,
more.
let me just go back to what I said. It's about being open. It's about hearing things and processing them in a way that makes you say, "Oh, all right, I should
Yeah.
do more of this." If people are asking
that's a
about
good
this,
point, 'cause I
should
adjusted
do
that
more.
day, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what you did.
I went and fried, I remember this clearly. I took strawberries and bananas,
Yeah.
made a pancake batter,
Yeah.
dipped them in it, and threw them in the oil to see what happened. And I remember I took a bite, and they were phenomenal. And I remember let's add chocolate, let's add, different sauces and seasonings and all that to it, and powdered sugar and all that, rainbow sprinkles. They were great. And we added them to the menu the year after. We sold a shitload of them. The year after that, I had a small Christmas tree business where this one farmer would bring me cases of avocados, and I would give him a good deal on Christmas tree. And I thought, I'm going to fry avocados. This is like 2002.
Yeah.
I cut an avocado 6 ways.
Yeah.
Dipped it in a fish and chip batter.
Yeah.
Added some garlic, some pepper, some cayenne, some paprika. Made my homemade pesto sauce. Dipped the piece of avocado, dipped in batter, fried it, dipped it in a pesto sauce. Took a bite. I was like, that's it. I can die now. That was that good.
So I got to tell you something. The very first time I had a deep fried avocado was at your stand.
Oh.
And this is before I knew you.
Oh, right on. I was
Right?
going to ask you where. That's right
Was
on.
at your stand. And I didn't love it.
Oh, really? Okay.
And then I had it the next year, and I went, I don't know what has happened to me, because I'm sure this hasn't changed. This now is amazing.
Oh, that's
in
awesome.
In
That's
my
good to
head,
know.
I
That's good
did
to
this.
know.
I did hot avocado sounds disgusting.
Disgusting, yeah.
I think I prejudged the thing, much like my wife prejudges every food thing before she gets into her mouth. Now, I'm so much more open. I'll eat anything. I don't care. And I'm a fan of saying, if a chef is determined that this is the way it should be, I'm not going to start changing the shit. People go into restaurants and they go, I'll have the chicken with this, but leave that off and don't do this. And I don't want to.
Yeah, let me
cook
just
that
step
one.
out and say I don't like that.
I don't like that.
I think you have to say you either like the chef or you don't. You either eat there or you don't.
And
If
so
you
I
start
think
switching it
that
around-
I think that first day I had a bite of hot avocado, deep fried at your place. I prejudged it in my head and I said, I'm not going to enjoy this.
That's funny. I didn't know that. That's
But
great.
that was before I knew
but
you.
you liked it the year later. You liked it.
Loved
Loved
it. Loved it.
Yeah.
That's why we like people to drink before they come to our
Oh,
stand. Well, no, because you lose some of those inhibitions, so
Wait.
you're willing to try things happily.
So what is it? Where's the camera? So drink before you come over. Have a
That's
Jack and
why-
Coke.
You have a more open mind.
When we have a party here, trust me, alcohol very early in the evening is an important component. It makes all my food good. All right. Well, look, we got 2 things we have to do. We have to get to what's new this year.
Awesome.
Right? Because one of these things is just shaking the entire country to its core.
Oh my gosh! What's
It's
happened here? Last 3
unbelievable.
days?
You tell me. Dude,
Oh my
I can't.
gosh.
I was watching the Today Show yesterday morning, and they were talking about this.
Unbelievable.
There it is. It's the Sloppy Joe inside
Unbelievable.
of a Krispy Kreme freaking donut.
I want to tell you the story of how this became, but first I would like to tell you about the last couple of days.
Yeah.
We have time. We have time.
Dude, I'm here
Okay.
for you.
This is so funny. I did a story with someone. I think it was Yahoo, and they asked me, and I told them, how I invented that. And then I had.
Well, how did you invent it?
Okay, let me tell you how I invented it. My wife, I cook most of the time in my house.
Right, like I
My
do.
wife loves to cook.
Yes.
Once in a while. She loves to cook.
Like
She
my
doesn't
wife
get
does
to,
too.
Yeah.
Yep.
But she only cooks a few times a month. But when she does, her favorite ones, my favorite ones
That she makes.
is mac and cheese
Yes.
and sloppy joes.
Yes.
But she makes awesome spaghetti. She makes many different dishes, but she just doesn't get to make them a lot because I'm always hawking the kitchen.
Literally.
And that's the truth. Yeah, I'm always in the kitchen. So anyway, one day she made sloppy joe, and as always, I was loving it. I was eating it. It was great. And hamburger bun, traditional onions. I put my raw onions on top, the cheese, all that. She makes the rest of it from scratch. And I was sitting there eating it, and about halfway through it, I said, I'm going to put this in a donut. And she goes, just eat
Is it just like that, Don? He's sitting there and he goes, I'm going to put this in a donut?
It is, but I don't help. I encourage it too.
Yeah.
But that shit can't even phase you anymore.
No, I would never have married him if it did. It wouldn't have worked.
That's true. That's true.
I
No,
don't know.
you got to be. I mean, it's our job. It's our livelihood.
Well,
it's
that's
everything.
true. I love
can't
that.
be
I
like
love that.
negating
Well,
it.
see, we're always thinking because, not just the media, but the people want new
Right.
like it seems like
Dude,
in
the
past
expectations have to be so
the
heavy on you
expectations are so
every
high.
year.
Yeah, it seems like in the past 5 to 10 years, the biggest deal is when you're in my industry is what's new.
Innovation.
Yeah.
It's all it
so,
is.
And you can't do stupid stuff. I mean, people are not stupid. People
I'm
know.
just getting a knife to have a little bit of this.
Yeah.
Oh.
So.
Hang on. This child wants some. Wait, he can't
Oh,
see.
nice.
He's not
I
right
love
side.
it.
Do you want a bite of this? Come over here. This is Krispy Kreme Sloppy Joe. Wait, with the guy who invented it, Charlie, Zach.
I love it. Hey, Zach. Good, buddy.
So keep going.
Yeah, so this is a, you know, so the next day I got my brother Gerald, my brother from another mother,
Right.
Gerald, and my brother Tony. We had Dawn make the sloppy joe like she normally does. We went to Krispy Kreme, bought the donuts, came home, sliced the donut right in half, took
Yeah.
a big gulp of the sloppy joe, put it right in the middle, sprinkled some cheese. I actually put some onions on it, which we don't sell it with the onions. I love
He
onions.
loves
Not
raw
everybody.
onions.
I could
Yeah,
hear-
not
I-
everybody loves
that's,
onions.
That's the only
yeah.
thing we actually do argue about is finishing toppings
The
because
yeah.
he can eat raw onion and garlic
Yeah,
till
see,
his heart's content.
see, when I eat spaghetti, I'll cut an onion in half and I'll bite the onion as I'm eating the spaghetti. It's my favorite thing to do.
I'm glad I'm not sleeping beside
I
you.
know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Wait,
glad
let's just
too.
get an honest 19-year-old opinion of this thing right here. Stupid, right? How stupid is that? But when I say stupid, I mean stupid like in
I
a
love it.
ridiculously
I love
good
it.
sort of way. Boys, you
See,
have them
did
in
you
the
see
back.
the 10-second delay?
Yeah.
I told USA Today and everybody else. I said, there's a little delay. Your brain stops. And it goes, wait a minute, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. And then it goes, oh, no. I saw it. I saw it happen on him.
Wait, have you guys tried it yet?
Yeah, we're doing it back
You
here.
should be trying that right now. All right, okay. So you try it and then
So
you
I
go.
did it. I loved it. And then we all, got excited. We said, we gotta sell this. So we did it. But what's funny is when the story started and they were interviewing me and they were writing about it, the lines got changed. And I guess come to find out, Dunkin' Donuts had came out with a special breakfast bacon donut. And then IHOP had came out with a pancake jelly filled donut.
Right.
And then so between all the media, they thought Krispy Kreme had come out with a Krispy Kreme sloppy Joe.
That's jacked up, man.
To tackle those guys. But at least they were saying it was a chef out of San Diego that came up with the idea.
When I saw it on the Today Show, they were saying chef out of San Diego, and I was watching them yelling at the TV. Say Charlie! Say Charlie! Say Charlie! And finally they did. They screwed
did.
screwed
Okay.
up your last name.
That's okay.
But you can eat more.
Did they preface it with chicken
love
Charlie at least?
Okay.
That's awesome.
I don't know that the
That's
chicken
awesome.
came out. Okay, wait. Do you know what this is? Here, wait, don't go away. Okay.
Yeah.
Next, Zach.
Yeah, so we came up with a few different things for the year, and one of them was a bacon wrapped pickle. I'm a huge fan of fried pickle. I'm a huge fan of bacon, and I thought it takes two to make madness.
What if we stuffed the bacon wrapped pickle into the sloppy Joe, Krispy Kreme
stop it
sloppy
now.
Joe?
Yeah, stop the
See, now
madness.
you know what? I want to be at that planning session. Okay, this thing.
I love it.
I took a bite of this for my first time last night, and I went like this. What? What the hell is happening here?
I love it. I love it.
All right.
It's crazy.
What's that?
This is a deep fried cookie dough.
Just
Yeah, deep fried cookie dough. We take.
when does it stop?
We buy the tubs
wow.
of cookie dough, and what we do is we just use a small ice cream scooper, dip it in a pancake batter, throw it in the oil, a couple of minutes, minute and a half, and then put some chocolate and powdered sugar on it.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay, wait. This thing.
Now this, I can't believe I found a machine that I could do a waffle dog. So this is a waffle dog.
Did you hear Lynn?
This is a waffle wrapped around a hot dog, and we serve it with syrup and powdered sugar. It's new this year. It's a little twist to your average corn dog.
It's a breakfast dog.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God.
a breakfast dog you can have at night at midnight after a few beers.
Like I said, everything goes good.
Oh my god. Let me ask you this: what can't you deep fry?
You know, I don't know. I mean, I think I can deep fry anything. The question is,
Can anything
can
be
it
deep fried?
can it survive the oil? You know, because
Or
you
can
know,
we put it out fast enough?
You know, on one of the episodes once I told you when we did it, I said, you know, I tried to fry marshmallows.
Right.
And then I put the marshmallow in the oil, and
Yeah.
I went to pick it up, and there was nothing there. It went away.
That's interesting. That's interesting you say that because I heard last night at the fair you couldn't deep fry a marshmallow.
Yeah, straight up marshmallow. If you don't use batter or anything, you don't put nothing on it. If
Yeah.
you just take marshmallow, put it in oil, I'd like to see someone do that.
Yeah.
But if you wrap it in bacon, dip it in pancake batter, do something to it, then it's possible to cover it up.
Well, here's
Because
what I've
marshmallows
got.
Like air. Oh, you got some marshmallows?
I've got marshmallows and I've got hot oil.
No way. No way.
I thought we could put you to the test
All right.
and
Deep
see if
fry
we could
challenge.
try it.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, I'm ready to see if you can Tony told me you had a little issue with the marshmallow, and I
my
went
brother.
like this. I went, he can't fry a marshmallow, and Tony went, he doesn't like the word can't.
Yeah.
So I
don't-
thought, let's see if
like
we
I
can
said,
do
I
it.
could fry anything.
I have one thing that may be a fix for it. I'm not sure. We'll find out.
Okay.
You
I
ready?
love it. I'm ready.
Let's go. All right. So here's what the deal is. It's a test.
Yes.
I
wasn't expecting this.
No, I know, but I thought, Tony last night said you couldn't do this, and I thought we
Yeah.
did. So these are regular, everyday marshmallows. You would recognize that as regular
Yeah.
marshmallow. I even made batter for you. I had to look up what kind of deep frying batter to make on the internet.
I'm glad you did. I think we're going to have a better success rate with this.
Well, you know what? I have no idea.
Yeah, no, this is good. It looks great.
Okay, but I felt like a marshmallow in this, and then in the perfect 350 degree oil is going to just melt. So
Oh, there's more to this.
there's a little more. There's frozen ones.
Oh, okay. All right.
But they've only been in there since noon, so you can see they're not
that's
hard.
okay, Yeah. I think
So-
we have a better chance with these.
Do you wanna just
But
go
we
with
can try
these?
both. Let's go with these first.
Okay, so there you go. You're the man. I
All
don't know
right.
what to do.
So are we
Let me-
doing it?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Now I got to tell you, I failed at this by straight up with no batter. But now that you've got the batter, let's try this. Let's try it like this.
There's
Look.
no way that I'm not letting this go down here in
There's-
my house
This
today.
is unbelievable. We're not going to fail today.
I'm just trying to think of what the hell to serve it with, and I'm not a huge chocolate person, so.
Oh, you're not? How
I
about
don't
caramel?
know. Hold on one sec. Wait, don't put those in
Butterscotch.
until Max gets over. Wait, we got to see
Oh,
these things
okay.
going in. Caramels?
Caramel.
Oh. Caramel marshmallow. Okay, here we go. Get ready, Lynn. Here, stay on that shot. Here comes Charlie, his
Okay,
own
let's-
hands.
Let's try this. Let's see what happens
go.
here.
Careful now.
Oh, look at that. It's floating.
That's good, right?
Staying. That's a good thing.
He knows
Good
what to.
thing. We got. Okay, now that's good.
Okay,
Now
that's good, right? So I got a spoon here. I got a spoon here for you. I think I
that's-
might have some.
Okay.
Do you want a towel? No, you don't have to
No,
use
we're
your
good.
pants.
We're good.
Dude,
Yeah, look at this. Oh, look, so far we're succeeding.
we're doing okay.
So far we're
so they're not
succeeding.
melting like before,
Yeah.
right?
and Now they're about to explode. Look, look, look.
Oh,
look.
what's
okay, Here we
happening?
go. What's happening here? Now,
All of
do you
them.
Have,
Oh.
do you have, wait a minute. We're not done yet. We're not done yet.
We lost one.
We
Marshmallow,
completely
get
lost
back
one.
in your
But-
pocket.
So 3 of them are sort
I
of
love
holding
that
up.
sound. Now I can probably
You know
pull
what?
these out.
No,
Do we
dude,
have a-
they're all going bad.
Oh no, not yet.
We're
This
holding
is
that
a-
one.
But see, it's not quite the color.
Well, no. But I see one is. I think
So we're
the key
doing
is-
this. We're-
No. You need them to be like 3 days in the freezer, right?
Yeah. But you know something? We have 2 we can salvage. You have a plate? Let me,
Yes.
let me pull them
Well,
out.
you want some more color?
Well, I do, but I don't want to wait much longer because I'm worried that we may not.
Okay.
This is not quite going to be as crispy.
No, you're not kidding. It's not
But
going
you
to be as
see what I
crispy.
mean? Like, did you see how they came out?
Yeah.
They came out to play in the oil, and it's not a good place for them.
I have a little bit of caramel here.
Oh, good.
That's
Caramel.
That's a
great.
little.
Look
That's
how
a little
by
warm.
little.
Hold
look.
on.
Okay.
Let me just give it a second in there.
What about hotter oil?
You know. I think these 2 are. We got
What-
2 out of 2.
Lynn just said, "What about hotter
Hotter oil, yeah. Well, I think 2 out of 2 is not bad.
Okay, can I just tell you something right now? That the
looks
smell,
delicious.
the smell
Yeah.
is really is crazy good, right?
This looks really good.
Yes.
What if you did an egg wash and then rolled it in like graham cracker crumbs?
So Don is saying egg wash and then graham cracker crumbs and then.
Well, and then dip it in the batter. Maybe then we dip it in the batter, give it some substance.
Okay, we're gonna try it anyways, right?
I think this is going to taste phenomenal. Even
Do
though
you want caramel? Do you want it here? I'll
Yeah,
put a
sure,
little
why
caramel
not?
here as a dip,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So let's just try a bite. Go ahead.
Let's try it. Try one.
Well, there's nothing in that one, is there? Take this one.
Here we go. Yeah.
Oh shit, it's hot, dude.
Oh, it looks awesome.
No, Charlie, this is not too hot.
I don't want you to burn yourself.
Careful.
Here we go.
Oh no. Oh my god. Oh.
What do you think?
Double dip. I love it.
It's marshmallows.
Oh my god.
That's pretty good, right?
That's really good.
Do you think if there were more?
Now, when we invent things like this,
I got paper towel here for you. Oh, here,
Okay.
I'll use this piece. Here we go.
when we invent things like this, we have to have it taste great,
Yeah.
but it also has to look good. And what
So
we
this
have here-
doesn't look good.
Well, not enough. So
But-
yeah, this tastes delicious, but it doesn't look. The presentation.
But
is
you
not
know
that
what?
great.
And I'm not saying salt is the answer, but it needs something salty.
Yeah, maybe salt and cinnamon
because-
offset it.
Right.
I
Because
don't know.
it was too sweet.
See, the batter you made is delicious.
But is this the process? Is this what happens at home?
Yeah. This is what we did. What we do all the time to try to come up with new items.
Dude, this piece here with a little bit of salt on it, definitely better.
Oh yeah, the
Definitely
one-
better.
the
It
one-
needs some salt.
The one
It
that I
needs a
had-
little point, counterpoint, you know?
You can do a salted caramel.
Oh, salted caramel, deep fried marshmallows. Now we're talking.
This is really good.
That's
I'm
pretty good.
loving
Yeah.
it. I'm
So
loving
we
it.
just got to figure out. That's your job this year. Before next year's fair, you come up with the right way to do this.
I love it. Deep
Man,
fried
I love having
marshmallows
you here.
next year.
I love having you here. Chicken Charlie's best.
I'm
if
on
you
it.
haven't
Thank
been
you.
and seen him yet at the fair, go and see him. If you have seen him, go back. I can't wait to find out what happens next year. Please come here first and tell us what you've
I love it.
come up with, because that stuff from
I
this
love
year
your
to
show.
the-
I can't wait to come back.
You're the best. He's
Thank
a good
you.
guy. Hey, it's a good week. We'll see you Wednesday. Thanks for hanging out with us. Tell your friends. Go to the fair. You have to go to the fair and hang out with this guy. See ya.